name is David Cannon. I identify as bisexual. And my diagnosis, one of the many ways, is schizoaffective disorder. And I have a host of other ones.
Okay. What's a sampling of some of your host of other ones?
Post-traumatic stress syndrome, depression, and I can never pronounce it, but it begins with an A. Being in the crowded room, I had a terrible experience.
Tell me.
In 2004, 2007, I was told I needed to see a therapist and a psychiatrist. At that time, I was diagnosed with the issues I just mentioned. And they sent me to a place in Brooklyn called AstroCare. Once I got there, I met my therapist. And we started talking. She told me who she was and how often we would meet. And then I think it was the next session I went to where I told her I was having problems with my boyfriend. And she immediately looked at me like I was crazy. Right? And I knew right then and there I said something bad. But I thought I can get her to understand. After all, she's a therapist. And I thought she was supposed to understand. But she would hear none of it. She would tell me I wasn't bisexual.
Wow.
I shouldn't, feel like I have a boyfriend. You're just going through a phase, and I'm an adult. You go through phases when you're a child, I think. But,
she was trying to tell you were going through a phase, and you're trying to say, I'm an adult, this isn't a phase.
Yeah, this isn't the phases. And I'm having trouble with my boyfriend, and I want to talk about him. And she went on to talk about religion and her sister. And I didn't go on the next several visits because of her attitude towards my bisexuality. A letter was sent to my house saying that if I didn't come, I wouldn't be able to get my medications. So I got scared and I showed up, and the director knew my plight and took me into the office. She said, I know exactly where I'm going to send you. And she said, did you ever hear of Rainbow Heights Club? I said, what is it? And she said, it's a place where people like yourself can go, and I would be able to feel safer and my needs be met here. Oh, yeah, she said, I went there for a session, and I didn't say nothing. So she said, well, we can sit here for 45 minutes, and we could just not say nothing. So I took her up on it, and I sat there and didn't say nothing. For 45 minutes, we had a staring match. And at the end of about, not even 20 minutes went by, she said, I can't do this, and I came to Rainbow Heights Club. The psychiatrist couldn't give me medications without speaking to the therapist. And because I stopped going to see my therapist, he didn't know if I should continue on the current medication. Like anybody else, they're human. But my opinion is that a therapist went to school, life experience. They should be more open and not judgmental. And if they have any prejudices, for lack of a better word, they need to remove themselves. Or say, well, I can't deal with you, but I know somebody else who can. And sort of like hook the patient up with them or the client. But I don't think anybody who is in the people business should have any prejudices when they walk in. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but keep it to yourself. Do your job. And if your job is to help people help themselves, well, then you do that and just that, All that other stuff about how you feel about the world opinion, I need your help, not your opinion on how you think I should be living. So help me live my life as I see it, but not yours. Well, I didn't know what to expect because I never heard the phrase rainbow. And but I knew it sounded kind of gayish, but I didn't know really what to look for until I got here. And I liked it as soon as I walked in the door. The staff, when they came to me, they were very nice. And I was a little bit taken aback because they were very nice, And usually I get the formal, my name is so-and-so, we'll be with you in a minute, but it wasn't like that. Hello, they shook hands, and my name is Michael Chu, blah, blah, blah. Sat down in the office, he interviewed me, and then actually took me on a tour of the place. At the time, I was assigned to a peer advocate
Mm-hmm.
or a peer specialist, and she showed me around, and we talked about me a little bit. She talked about herself a little bit. Made me feel welcome.
That's great.
It made me feel like I can come back here. I was in the program, substance abuse program for people who live with mental illness, a micro program it was called then, and I would go back there and sit in my room. There was hardly anybody there that was out like me, right? And it wasn't spoken about because I watched other people who were LGBT identified get harassed or made fun of. So I kept mine sort of on the down low. Right. The safest place I can be for right now, yeah. Aside from my house, Rainbow Heights, I always come here every day because I feel safe. I feel a whole lot more like being able to be who I am. Right. I no longer worry about so much about what other people think about me. And I can, when I'm out in the street and somebody asks me, are you gay? I can say yes, as opposed to being afraid or looking for somebody to do something. I haven't been in the hospital for my mental illness in over 8 years.
Wow,
that I've been a member of this club. Yeah, I felt very good about myself, me and my friend.
And what do you think? It'll go up and then it'll stop. This is probably my last question coming up. Unless you have, was there anything else that you wanted to say or mention or talk about?
I strongly recommend to the people out there who are LGBT members who want a safe place to hang out to feel free to come to Rainbow Heights Club. It is a club designed for LGBT identified people who are over 21 years old, live with a mental illness, not suffer from, but live with a mental illness, to feel free to come here and get involved in our services.
And what do you think care providers at other agencies could learn from what we do here?
To learn that me can help me contribute to the community at large. I have something to say. I'm not just anybody, I'm somebody. And being part of Rainbow Heights Club helps me believe that and live that. So don't ignore us, we're here to stay. And feel welcome to talk to me. And just treat me like I would treat you as a human being, and get my happy on.